Now system take you to the profit center creation screen. This screen appears. So the very first thing you should do is save. There you will be able to see your recording. Select the recording and proceed. Define structure relation. The next step is define structure relations. Open. So today we covered what is LSMW. Hello everyone. Our today's topic is uploading master data through LSMW. There are several methods available in SAP for uploading data. One of them is the Migrate Your Data Fury app, which we have already used for our trial balance uploads. Today we will learn about LSMW and understand how data can be uploaded into SAP using LSMW. My goal is that by the end of this video, you will be able to practically start your own SAP data migration process with confidence. So let's jump directly into SAP and learn LSMW step by step. But before we start practical execution, first let's understand what exactly is LSMW. It is an SAP tool used to upload data from external sources like Excel files, legacy system, CSV or a text file into SAP automatically. Instead of manually creating records one by one, LSMW helps us upload large amount of data quickly and efficiently. In these days, we use Migration Cockpit, but before Migration Cockpit Fury app, LSMW was commonly used during data migration, go live activities, master data uploads, master data changes, and SAP provides 4 methods in LSMW: the standard batch, direct input, batch input recording, BAPI, IDOC. In this video, we will focus on batch input recording which is the one of the most commonly used methods for beginners. Today we try to upload Profit Center Master through LSMW. The transaction code used for LSMW is LSMW. As soon as you execute the transaction, the following screen will appear, and you can see at the top of the screen the title Legacy System Migration Workbench, which is the full form of LSMW. Below that you will see the project selection, this one, and in project selection the system first asks for a project name, which basically represents the template creation or modification process for either master data or transactional data. Basically LSMW is used for both creating templates or changing or uploading master data and transactional data. Now notice that the system is displaying 3 fields: projects, sub-projects, objects. Our company code is HM10 and we are going to upload Profit Center Master. So with respect to do so, I am selecting or entering project HMPC, sub-project HMPC, and object is HMPC. You may choose any naming convention you like, but since I am creating a template for Profit Center Master Data and my company code is HM10, which name is Honda Motors, so I selected HMPC. After filling in these 3 fields, click on the create icon entry. This is the create icon entry. Click this. No project exists with the name HMPC. Continue. Enter again. Create entry. Okay. So now it is asking description of description of project HMPC, which I am giving as PC. Enter. Now it is asking sub-project description, which is also same PC. PC means Profit Center, and now it is asking the description for object, which is PC as well. Okay. Now click on the continue icon. Now you will see the list of sequential activities displayed on the screen. If you count them, there are around 20 steps shown here. However, in most SAP projects, we usually work with the first 14 activities only. To begin, we must start from the very first step, which is define object attribute. It is already selected, so you can double click on it or press the execution button of this. As soon as you execute it, another screen appears with the title Display Object Attributes. Please remember, by default, every screen initially opens in display mode. You must manually switch it to change mode. At the top, you can see the button, this one, Display Change. This button is used to switch screen modes. Once we switch the mode, notice that the title changes from display object attributes to change object attributes. This means we are now in change mode instead of display mode. Now look at this screen carefully. if you see, there are 4 radio buttons we have in this screen. Number 1 is standard batch / direct input, batch input recording, batch object method BAPI, and the last one is IDOC, intermediate document. For this exercise, we will select batch input recording. Here I must say that please follow exactly what I am demonstrating here. Do not try to experiment at this stage because you are still learning. Otherwise, you may spend a lot of time troubleshooting errors and wondering why the desired results are not being achieved. After this, I select batch input recording, okay, and you will see this button, recording overview, on the right hand. Click on it. Once you click the button, the system will take you to another screen where you will see create recording, this one. Click the create recording button. After clicking it, a pop-up screen appears asking for recording and its description. Recording name, again I am entering HMPC and description is PC. Click continue. Okay, now the system is asking the transaction code, and we know the transaction code to create the profit center is KE51. KE51. Click continue. Okay, now system take you to the profit center creation screen, in which screen records your all input to create a profit center. Here I choose LSMW PC as a profit center name, and after that put your controlling area. Even it is already showing in the field, because as I told you, it is not about what you are seeing, but it is all about the system capturing all the activities. And the one important thing to remember, since the batch input recording has already started, there is no need to switch screens or perform unnecessary actions. Otherwise, the recording may capture incorrect steps and create errors later. And also I am requesting you all to kindly ignore the values which I am putting in the fields after entering the profit center. However, I try my level best to avoid any spelling mistake and try to use values in the input fields relevant. But anyhow, if you find any mistake or irrelevancy, ignore please. So my controlling area is HM00 and click this enter. Do not press the enter key from the keyboard. Instead, at the top left corner of the screen, you can see the green check mark button, which also functions as enter. Please click the green enter button instead of pressing enter from the keyboard. Okay. Profit center LSMW PC already exists in controlling area HMW, and now I try to create LSMW PC1. And again, it is now taking us to the profit center creation screen, where once again, even though some values are already populated by default, and as I told you, you still need to enter them manually so that the system can properly record all the necessary inputs again required to create a profit centers. Therefore, I am entering the analysis period from again. After that, the name field is required. So I am entering LSMW PC1, long text LSMW PC1. Okay. The next field is user responsible. Since this is not mandatory at this stage, I am leaving it blank. In the person responsible field, I am entering, okay, I enter my own name, Kamran, and I am leaving it department, as it is not mandatory, as I am told you. And the profit center group, click the drop down list and select from the list any of from the list. I select HM00_PC, and at the moment I am not entering any more additional information, because I first want to demonstrate the process using only the basic mandatory data only. So as far as I have entered a total of 6 inputs: analysis period 2, from, name, long text, person responsible, and profit center group or hierarchy. Now the next step is click on the activate button, this one. Okay, as soon as you click the activate button, this screen appears. So the very first thing you should do is save the recording immediately before doing anything else. Make sure to save it first. After saving it, click on the default all button, this one. Now the screen will appear like this. At this stage, the system starts displaying, this is the field name, PRCTR, and this is the value which we gave while creating our profit center LSMW PC1, and this is the description of this technical field name profit center. The first input we entered was the profit center name, and its field name is PRCTR and its description is profit center. Similarly, the second value is HM00. Its technical name is HM00. Technical name is KOKRS, and its description is controlling area. And the third one is again controlling area, and ignore the second controlling area value that appears automatically before you manually entered our own controlling area, if you remember. So now, as you can see, all the inputs that you entered are displayed on the screens along with their technical field name, values, description. Since we have already saved the recording, the next step to open the Excel sheet and copy the field name displayed on the SAP screen and paste them into Excel. So method for copying is select the field, okay, press Ctrl Y, select all, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Go back to SAP again, and this time copy the value, Ctrl Y, Ctrl C, go back and paste in front of their technical names, Ctrl V. At this stage, you should have copied all the field names, values, description into Excel. And kindly note, while copying and pasting, make sure that everything remains in the correct sequence. For example, do not accidentally place the analysis period value against the profit center field, something against something else, something like that. Please be very careful at this stage. Once all the data has been copied and pasted correctly in sequence, there is one more important thing to check. First, we try to paste all data from SAP to Excel. Ctrl Y, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, again Ctrl Y, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now we take the description as well. Ctrl Y, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl Y, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Okay. Now we have copied all the data from SAP to our Excel file. Ensure that there are no unnecessary space before or after the field names, values or description copied from SAP into Excel. To check this purpose, Excel provides the formula trim. What the trim function does, the trim function removes extra spaces before and after text values. So let's apply trim formula. After that, define everything as character. Everything I am defining as character. C. Okay. The next step is to define the standard field length. For example, profit center standard length is 10, controlling area 4, from data length to data length 10, journal name let's take 30, long text let's 50. I am taking the maximum length for long text because if you define a smaller length, the system may truncate the data. So similarly, person responsible for profit center, I take 20 and profit center group length 10. Okay. After defining all lengths, copy everything and paste as value. Now again, copy the technical name first. I copy and paste as value. Okay. Now I again copy the same and I paste here it as transpose, like this. If you paste these values as transpose, then system will take your vertical list into horizontal, make it center, adjust the column length. Okay. Now I take their description as well, copy and paste it above on the technical name as transpose as well, and adjust the length. Okay, adjust it. Now this time I take the values and copy as transpose again. Okay. At this point, your user template is ready. After enabling the necessary protections, you can send this template to the user. The purpose of protecting sheet is to ensure that the user can only enter data and cannot modify the template structure itself. Otherwise, the user may accidentally change the template design and all your hard work could be wasted. So you should know how to protect sheet in Excel, how to allow editing only for specific cell ranges. When you provide this Profit Center master template to the user, the sheet will ready to be mostly self-explanatory because it contains field description, technical field names, sample values. However, even after sharing the template, you should still explain to the user what each field represent, how to enter Profit Center master correctly, so that no issue are created later during the upload process. I hope the complete process is now clear to you. Alright, now in this template, some values will remain fixed, such as controlling area, one controlling area which was additional, and I have to remove this from because it was already there starting the recording, so it is not necessary. So therefore I am deleting it from the here and deleting it from here as well. Okay. Some values will remain fixed, such as controlling area is remain fixed. Whatever you created, controlling area will be fixed, which is HM00, and valid from will be fixed 0101 and this one. Okay, so I will enter those values in the template beforehand. As far as the Profit Center hierarchy or Profit Center group is concerned, you can separately share the list of available Profit Center hierarchy or group with the user. From that list, the user can select the appropriate hierarchy or group against each Profit Center. Now let's start preparing the Profit Center master data so we can proceed further. Demonstration purpose, I am taking the following profit names. I am taking Profit Center area same, and the profit remain same, and this one is same. I take all the thing same except Profit Center name. Here I take LSMW PC2, and if I drag it, take Profit Center 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it is total 6 Profit Center, and I am copying all the values, keep all the values same. So as far as the general name and long text are concerned, I am keeping all the, not only general name and long text, I am taking or keeping all them all the data same except Profit Center names. You may use any naming convention according to your business requirement. For person responsible, I am already entered Kamran. Profit Center group, I am selecting the same. So let's assume that the data is data provided by the user after sharing the template with them, or data is ready for you. Okay, now your Profit Center master data is ready for upload. So let's go back to SAP. First, make sure that you have saved the Excel file properly. Let me save this. Save browse. I take it desktop, and I am selecting the name LSMW PC _ PC. Okay. Now return to SAP and come back to the LSMW process. Since your recording has already been completed, click on the recording. Go back, click on the recording drop down. Okay, there you will be able to see your recording. Select the recording and proceed to save it. Okay, at this point go back, and now the first step is complete. Here you can see that this column is now displaying date, time, and your username, which indicates that the step has been processed successfully. Now let's execute process 2. Please remember, whenever you execute or proceed, by default every screen will appear in display mode. So first switch it from the display mode from change mode. Okay, after that click on the new entry, this one, create new structure. Now the system asks for source structure name. You may enter any name and description you prefer. However, as a standard practice, custom names usually start with Z. Therefore, I am entering ZHMPC, and description, let's take the same name, HMPC, and click continue and save the entry. After saving, click back. Okay, the next step is define source fields. Open this step. Again, the screen will initially open in display mode, so switch it to change mode. Okay, now select the structure that you created in the previous step. After that, at the top of the screen, you will see the table maintenance, this icon. Click on it Now the system is asking for field name, field type, and length. However, we have already prepared all of this information in Excel earlier, so we do not need to create anything manually here. Simply copy the data from the Excel. Copy the data. Yes. Copy the data from the Excel sheet and paste it into SAP. After pasting, press enter and save the entries back. Define a structure relation. The next step is define a structure relations. Open it. Switch from the display mode to change mode. Here you do not need to perform any additional configuration. Simply save and go back. The next step is define field mapping and conversion rules. Open it. As usual, switch from display mode to change mode. Okay, after that go to the extras and there you will find the option auto field mapping. Click on it and after clicking on it, a pop-up screen will appear. At this point, continue pressing enter until the pop-up screen disappears. Now the system has automatically completed field mapping conversion rules. Save the step and go back. The next step is define fixed values, translations, user defined routines in the step of LSMW. You can process the reusable rules of a project like define fixed values, translations, user defined routines. At this time we are skipping this. We do not need at this time this step, so I am skipping this. And after this, the next step is specify. Open this. Okay, before we proceed, please understand one important point. All the steps above this point generally need to be configured only once. After completing those initial setup steps, you can reuse the same LSMW setup again and again, starting directly from the specify files step. Now open this step. I already opened. As usual, the change the mode, display to change. Okay, now you can see the option legacy data on the PC front end. Double click on it. As soon as you double click, the system will ask you to select the file that you want to upload. So first, let's go back to the Excel file. This file where we created the data that needs to be uploaded. Copy the data from Excel and after that create a text file. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, when you pasted the data, you may notice that the cursor appears on the next line, which means there is an extra blank line at the end of the file. Make sure you should adjust the cursor so that it remains at the end of the last actual record. To do this, I pressed backspace and the cursor moved to the end of the last record correctly. Now save the text file. Save as the text file, and I am naming this file as LSMW PC. Okay, so that it is easier to identify and locate later. Now save this. Okay, and now let's return to SAP. Select the file, desktop, LSMW, this file, LSMW PC, open. Okay, and As far as the logical file name is concerned, you may enter any name you prefer. I enter Kamran PC. Next, you need to tell the system how the data inside the text file is separated. And since our data is separated using tabs, we will select tabulator, this one. Okay. Now, if you remember, the data was copied from Excel, include headings in the first row. I show you, this one was the heading, first row. Okay. Therefore, in the file structure section, we will select a field name at start of file. This tells the system to treat the first row as field names and the remaining row as rows as actual data. And now click to continue. Okay. Save it and go back. The next step is assign files. Open this, display to change mode. You do not need to perform any major activities here. Simply confirm whether the file is you selected is visible. This one, the file is displaying, showing, and the file path is correct. After confirming, save it and go back. Next step is read data. Open this step. On this screen, you do not need to enter any additional input. Simply click execute. Allow. Now the system is showing 6 records read, 6 record written. This means the system has successfully read all 6 records and written them correctly, which is a good sign. Save the steps. Save the steps. Go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. Display. The next step is display read data. Open this step and display read data. Open this step. Here is a few. Enter sorry, enter a line number. The system will display it. If you enter the line number, the system will display the data starting from that specific line which you entered here. If you do not enter any number, the system will display all record. So I am not entering any number. Click on it. Okay, the system is displaying all the records, and if you click any one of them, system is displaying the line data. Okay, it is looking good. Go back. Go back. Convert data. Open this. Execute. Continue. It is showing records, transactions read 6, records read 6, transactions written 6. Everything looks fine. Go back. Go back. Display converted data. Now open this. Again, do not enter any line. If you enter any line number, then system will start displaying the data from the line which you will give here. So I am not giving any number here. So, and continue. System is displaying all. Okay, you can select any line and field content to show everything is displaying correctly. Go back. Go back. And now the next step is create a batch input session. Open this and now take the checkbox, keep batch input folders. Okay, and execute it. One batch input folder with 6 transactions created. Okay, continue. Now we move to the final step, run batch input session. Execute this step. As soon as you execute it, the system takes us to transaction code SM35. Select the session and click process, but start processing. Before start processing, we check our profit center table, that currently how many profit centers we have. To do this, I go to SE16N and the profit center, select the profit center table, CPC, enter. Sorry, CEPC. Okay, our controlling area is HM00. Enter. Execute it. This is our controlling area HM00 profit centers. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 profit centers we have. Currently we have. So now we go back to here, and here I am in the last final steps, and execute the steps. Final step, execute. When we execute it, system will take us to transaction code SM35. Select the session, this one. Okay, and click process, this button. Okay, and before process, check this extended log and expert mode and display errors only, and process the same. Okay, now the system is displaying the message processing of batch input session completed, and this means the session has been completed successfully without any errors. I hope. Otherwise the system would have displayed error messages here. Now click the session overview. In overview session, you can see total transaction 6 and 0 errors, and successfully processed 6. So now let's go again to our profit center and refresh the same. Now you can see the uploaded profit center which we are trying to upload. It has been uploaded. Now the total number of profit centers is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now the profit center numbers is 15. Before this, we have only 9 profit centers. It means the profit center have been successfully updated in the systems. So today we covered what is LSMW, why we used LSMW, but in these days we use Migration Cockpit Fury app, uploading profit center master data, verify uploading through profit center tables, record updating. This is essential for both job and interviews. Interviewer may ask regarding LSMW because it was used before Migration Cockpit Fury app, but I will say here that somewhere it is still using, as it is not obsolete yet, and I just showed you to upload the data through LSMW in S/4HANA. In the next video, I will cover some different kinds of document postings, ledger specific, some kind of these postings, and we'll start accounts payable and receivables, in which concepts, configuration, and different kinds of document postings are included regarding different scenarios of vendor payments and customer receivings. And the last but not the least, if you are serious about learning SAP FICO step by step, then I will request you all to kindly keep like, share, comment, and subscribe the channel, please.